is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast. This is episode 402 for the week of August 10th, 2020. That's how this week's episode is. Back to the grind. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire. This week I'm joined by the man. How do I explain this? The man in the monocolored t-shirt, Will, aka I am Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you doing on this Monday? Yeah, it's Monday evening.
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I almost forgot because we did the show Tuesday last week. I thrown off my rocker a little bit there, but yes, we're back. It's a Monday. We're here. We're hanging out. No, I'm doing all right.
The shirt is green, but I just don't think it comes through on the camera.
Wait, it's green.
Fall.
Oh, man. Come on, man. Fuck. All right. I mean, shit. Will, do you want to know what's coming up on this week's episode of the show?
What do we have this week?
Easing back into everything post SLC, and the LVT Pro League and the HCS Open Series returns as teams get back on the sticks to prepare for Charlotte. So yeah, we got teams. Some players may still be on a little break or vacation, but teams have returned as well. Players have returned from the little break that they've taken post SLC, which means things are going to be kicking back up now in terms of scrims eventually. LVT Pro League just kicked back off today, as a matter of fact, and then the Open Series is taking place this weekend. So we're going to have a nice, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl show tonight, Will. And yeah, sorry we were like 11 minutes late because I was on a tangent about Will and I having a little conversation pregame there. But yeah, we're here. We're hanging out.
Chad, I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's not your fault. I'm glad you did because it added Will, it added context,
Context.
It added context. All right, let's get into some competitive news. HCS SLC 2020 Fat Photo albums are available right now. This is by the HCS's photo album by Just Snipes and David Sandman is available. Blame the Meg's photo album is available, and Xeno's photo album is available as well. So go ahead and check those out if you haven't already. A lot of great photos in there, and show them some love. Show them some love.
Shout out that the Pro Talk crew got in a few of those. So
yeah, shout out Meg.
It was awesome.
Shout out Meg. She fucking killed it. Absolutely. I mean, she always does, but it's fucking awesome. Next up, Will, something that I genuinely thought we would never get an update about, considering it's been literally a year at this point. But we have an update on the payment situation from HCS London 2024. This is by Mark, the senior tournament manager of ESL Faceit Group. Seeing there is still some outstanding prizing to be paid from HCS London 24, while Esports Engine and ESL Faceit Group were not responsible for paying this event out, we will do our best to make sure it gets sorted. If you are owed prizing still from this event, please email hcs@ee.gg with info. Thanks. So that's genuinely really fucking cool.
Yeah, even though they are not the ones paying out, they're still trying to get the correct avenues and get people connected so that they can get paid from that tournament. Because yeah, it's been a year, Josh. It's been a year,
dude. It's actually fucking insane. Like we're not talking like a fucking net 90. We're talking like a net 365. You know what I mean? Like this is fucking insane. I don't think we've had issues. I mean, shit, G1 still hasn't paid everyone out yet, but that's kind of besides the point. It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know it can be partly on the organizer. I've also heard rumblings of like players not filling out their forms correctly, so payment can't be sent to the correct avenue,
Sure.
So if you just everyone get their shit together and get the money where it needs to be.
Seriously. And to anybody that has been affected by this, we know there are a few at least. So for those that have been affected, please reach out to that email address. Provide all the information that you possibly can. Hopefully that would expedite the process even further. And I know it sounds counterintuitive saying expedited, considering it's been a year since anybody's been paid out from that stuff. But hey, any information you're able to provide to them will hopefully steer them in the right direction. So,
yeah.
Will, have you seen the clip about going out of bounds on Lattice?
Yes. And in Snakebite, someone did it in Snakebite stream yesterday during a match.
Fuck in A.
So yes, I've seen it in action.
Well, here's an update on Lattice. This is by Timmy Forges, the individual who made the map. Hi, friends. Yes, I'm aware of the out-of-map exploits people have found on Lattice. It's been quietly known for nearly a week now, and the studio is aware. Hoping for a patch on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. We record these on Monday. I did the blocker pass on Lattice and take responsibility for the error. I'm embarrassed. Timmy obviously wished that it was resolved ahead of time. But as long as this gets resolved before, I mean, obviously the way that I look at it is this, Will. We've had super bounces in H2 where, like, I know a lot of, like, there are listeners who are devout Halo 2 enjoyers, but we also have listeners who maybe have never played Halo 2 before. So we have what are called super bounces on Halo 2 maps, which got you outside of the boundaries of the map. You were able to get shots off on players when they weren't able to really get you. And so that's existed, right? But
yes,
alongside that, it's always been against the rules and competitive play to use those exploits. So if it's used in a matchmaking game, that really fucking sucks for the people that are in that game that are not using that exploit, whatever it is. But we know for a fact, even if it wasn't, like, it's not patched yet, but even if it's not patched for a long period of time, we know that the pros are not going to be able to do that. That'll get DQ'd because of it. So there's no worries there. I just hope it gets patched out as soon as possible, whether it be Tuesday, aka tomorrow, or in the relative future.
Yeah. And Ron said it in chat, refreshing to see immediate accountability, big orgs take note. But yeah, it's nice that it's like, hey, we knew about this. Obviously, you want to keep something like that quiet because once it goes to the larger community, the more it gets used.
Yeah.
They're working on it. Refreshing, like you said, refreshing to know that it's being handled right now.
Absolutely.
And it's not just out there and we'll see what happens.
That's right. And we saw Lattice in the Pro League today, as a matter of fact. It was a King of the Hill game on Lattice, and obviously the pros were not using the exploit. But yeah, there you go. And then finally, something cool here. Spectator and team passes for HCS Charlotte are available right now. Okay, so if you're thinking about competing in the open bracket and you have your team already solidified, team passes are available right now. So you can go ahead and get your purchase in immediately, lock in that spot, lock in that registration, not have to worry about it until the event, and you'll be good to go. And then if you're going to attend, spectator tickets available too. Good shit. Good shit. And also, to my knowledge, I will check literally live right now. Yes. Okay. That is what I thought. There is no VIP for the Charlotte Major. Not that I was expecting there to be, but just in case people were curious, there is no VIP tickets for HCS Charlotte. And GA is only $50. So, and you can use one of the team codes, get 10% off. So there you go. Get a little discount.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad at all. And Will, that's it for the competitive news. Which means it's time for Rostermania!
Yeah, just a couple pieces of Rostermania this week after SLC here. Starting off with Ether, they released their Halo roster and they state, today we say goodbye to our Halo team. The first to represent Ether. They set the bar high, embodying our values with passion and professionalism. We're incredibly proud of all they've achieved and grateful for their time with us. Wishing them the best luck in all their future endeavors. You'll always have our support. So Ether, I'm assuming, is exiting HCS.
Yeah.
Or is this just a, like, I don't see what other roster they would go with at this point.
Right. And okay, this is no offense to the other teams and the other players in the LATAM community, but yes, if you wanted any, I mean, besides Alpha, right? But like, if you wanted any real shot at fighting for a pool play spot, it was this, or it was the Alpha roster, depending upon how the open bracket goes. And so yes, while this post is not strictly stating that they're exiting, that is what I would lead to as well, Will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for that scene.
Yes, indeed as well. But hey, if anything, this just means that you have arguably the best players in the region up for grabs. So whether or not Alpha want to go that route, whether or not they want to do a mixed match, whatever it is, yeah, big opportunities there for those players.
There you go. And then last but not least for Rostermania, Ice Kid announces free agent for this weekend's Open, and simple tweet, free agent for this Open. So there you go.
Hell yeah. Now, here's another thing too, Will, is like he said, so Ice Kid is one of the players on the Omit Black roster. Now, obviously, we know that they were not able to compete at their full capacity in SLC because they had to swap 2 players due to it like travel issues or whatever it may be. Right. But Ice Kid is like, again, this is one of those things, right, where wording comes into play, where he just says he's a free agent for this Open. Right? Doesn't say he's a free agent entirely. Doesn't say that he's exited Omit, whatever it is. So he's a free agent for this Open. Who knows what's going to happen after that?
Yeah, don't know if he's going to go back to Omit, if that's still a crew, if they're disbanding and he's trying to feel it out. I guess we just don't know at this point. We'll have to see.
Agreed.
That does it for Rostermania this week, Josh.
Thank you very much, Will. It's time for your upcoming Tournaments of the Week presented by NoobCombo.com. Check out NoobCombo.com for all your Halo esports needs. On Tuesday, August 12th, we have the LVT Pro League match of Shopify going up against SSG. And, Will, if I were a betting man, which I'm not, but if I were a betting man, I would say that Shopify probably handily win this series.
I would agree based on SSG's performance online prior to SLC.
Right. So I'm going to, regardless of my thoughts of online not mattering, I am going to hold out like just a little bit of hope out there, a little hopium, if you will, that SSG kind of deliver in this series. Because we saw Tyler come in during the SLC post show, right? And he said that team has their team has a lot of potential still. We haven't seen the best of them yet. And while I can believe that to an extent, I just want more entertaining Pro League matches. I don't want these 4-0s. You know what I mean? I want entertaining matches. And if anything, I think it could be like a cool little confidence booster for them if they're able to. If they're able to hold their own against Shopify in that matchup, regardless of it only being a best of 7, regardless of it being online, whatever, there's still $1,000 up for grabs. And yeah, they're coming right off SLC. Use this as a big type of momentum booster.
Yeah, I believe in SLC they showed that they are one of those top 4 teams. So if they can transition that to online and show that they belong up there and don't crumble, great. But it's Shopify, who just won the last event. They've been doing really well in Pro League. Again, like you said, if I was betting, I would put it on Shopify, but it would be nice to see not a 4-0.
Agreed. And the other thing to keep in mind too here is like Space Station is fighting for one of these spots in the top 6, because the top 6 in the Pro League do qualify for that LAN. So Will, just to give you a heads up of what we're standings right now. Optic 4-0 right now. They're going to be locked as one of those 6. They should be okay. Shopify 3-1. I would assume they're also going to be locked in. They should be good to go for that LAN too. But then we have 2-1 for FaZe, 2-1 for Envy, and 2-2 for Complexity. Okay, so they can get dicey in those spots. Their teams are not pulled far and away from each other. And then, while Omit is 0-5 now, I should say Envy's 3-1. Sorry, Envy is 3-1. Omit are 0-5, but TSM and Space Station are 1-3. So we're talking about matches that really fucking matter at this point.
And even so, if TSM and Space Station do end up tied at the end of this, right? It comes down to map count.
It does.
So it would be really advantageous for, even if Space Station aren't going to win these matches, to start winning some maps.
Yeah. Yeah. Then on Wednesday, August 13th, we have another Pro League match taking place, this time Optic going up against Complexity. Will, any thoughts about this one as we head into it on Wednesday?
Complexity have been making strides, but not enough. I think this is going to be a 4-0 Optic.
Yeah. For those who watch the SLC post show, you know my thoughts on how Optic performed at SLC. And so I'm curious if they put in some effort here to get this $1,000 win. But Will, you're right. Complexity has been doing great work online. And so this could be a weird opportunity, kind of like a pool play situation where maybe this turns out to be kind of a fucky match where the team you wouldn't necessarily expect to win maybe ekes out a win. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think this is one of those opportunities where it could happen.
Sure. You think there's a possibility. I don't know. With the way Optic has been playing in the Pro League, I don't see it.
Yeah.
But like you said, we just want more competition, right?
That's right. I just want to see close fucking matches. I want a match to be not done in a half hour. You know, that'd be preferred. Ronan asks, does online matter, Dad? No, it doesn't. It still doesn't. But we just want Ronan, as hopefully everybody understands, like I call online entertainment. At the end of the day, it's entertainment. It's something to turn on. It's something to watch. It's something to enjoy. It's something to comment over, whatever it is, whether it be a scrim, a Pro League match, Money 8s, whatever. It's out there for people to consume and enjoy. So yes, while the performance doesn't matter at the end of the day, I want to watch it and I want to have it be a good match so I enjoy it, you know? So there's that. And then finally, the last Pro League match of this week, Will, is on Thursday, August 14th. FaZe going up against TSM.
Yeah. Again, looking at SLC, FaZe performed very well, better than they have in their online showings.
Oh, who would have thought?
TSM has not been performing online. They've been called the LAN team. Honestly, they didn't do as well as I thought they were going to do in SLC. So again, it all depends on how with this new split going into Charlotte, how these teams are going to perform online, what they're going to use the Pro League for. Is it going to be good practice? Both teams not doing as well online, but I think FaZe is going to be better and take this one.
I feel the same way, to be honest with you. Yeah, TSM are always known as that LAN team. They always perform when it matters. And that's kind of the way they always have been, realistically speaking. But again, I keep in the back of my mind the previous online performances of what TSM's been doing, and you're right, they haven't been good in the Pro League. So, but if kind of like that SSG Shopify series, right? I'm holding out that little glimmer of hope, but also in terms of that Complexity Optic match, this could be one of those weird ones where TSM show up and are able to take it somehow. But do I think it'll happen? No. Oh, damn. Ronan says Nemesis on 300 ping could beat this Omit team. Holy shit. Yeah, they're we'll talk about them in a minute.
Man. It's something.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Saturday, August 16th is the SWAT Nation Homesick 2v2. And then finally, the Open Series returns. The Road to Charlotte #1 for Australia, New Zealand is taking place on Saturday. On Saturday and Sunday is for North America. And on Sunday is the Mexico and EU regions, respectively, for the Open Series. And then finally, on Monday, August 18th, is the LVT Pro League match of Optic going up against Omit. And if this isn't the fastest 4-0 in history, I don't know what will be.
Josh, you don't think this could be one of those weird pool play ones where Omit finally shows up and causes some havoc and maybe wins?
Will fucking using my words against me right now. No, I don't. I do not think that it's going to be like that at all. And you know what's funny, Will? Now that is going to happen. Like, we're going to fucking roll around on Monday, and then Omit are going to look like the fucking best team in the world, and then all fucking Reddit's going to be, I believed in them the whole time. It's like,
oh, God.
Or the Reddit's going to be like, Optic are fucking washed. It's just, oh, man. Fuck.
If Omit wins this series, the Redditors will be calling for someone's head on Optic, saying it's a failed experiment. Nothing works.
You know what? Will, I'll say it right now. If Omit beat Optic on Monday, they have to get a guaranteed spot at that Shopify LAN.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter. They can lose outright every map of the rest of the league, but they have to get their spot. Like, if you somehow, some way beat them, LVT and Shopify should look back and be like, yeah, fuck it, guys. Here you go.
They beat Optic. They're in.
Yeah, here you go, guys. Shit. Absent says, I stand with Lethal, Omit, win Worlds. I mean, hey, they may be Absent. There's so many puns I could make right now with what your name is, but I'll just go the easy route. They could be omitted from attending Worlds.
Ooh.
Like, with the way that they've been playing, and like, again, it's not to dog on them. You know what I mean? Like, we say it every fucking time where we want the teams to do well because we want these matches to be really fucking close. And we want these teams to be fighting for these places, and we want these wins to just mean so much more. But when you have a team that is far and away worse than everyone, it's like, oh no. So, yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, don't get me wrong here. I would love to see Lethal get some wins. Sparty, for what he's playing for, get some wins as well. But the team is just not playing up to standard, I believe.
No. And then if they decide to go the route of keeping Septify, because no official announcement's been made yet, but if they decide to go the route of keeping Septify, maybe that gives them that extra burst of firepower needed to win one of those series they need to win to, like, guarantee a top 8. But that's it. It's sad to me that's where I feel their potential ceiling is
a top 8.
Is a top 8. Like, I don't see them competing at all for a top 6 ever. And frankly, Will, I don't know. Part of me thinks that top 8's generous as well.
Yeah, if you look at the teams that have been improving and in those positions, like a Envy, TSM, Complexity's been improving.
Cloud9,
top 8's tough for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it just sucks. It genuinely sucks. And I'm guaranteed you talk to any of the players, they fucking hate this as well.
Yeah.
So, like I said, if at the end of all this that Septify is on the roster, right, then we'll see what happens there. Maybe it'll give them the boost that they need. Yeah, I don't know. I don't disagree, but a lot of us also thought about that Optic COD last year, and look how that ended up. Beth, there's no way in hell that you think that they're going to make the bounce back like Optic COD made. There's no way you were hopped up on the hopium that Absent is on right now, thinking that they're going to win Worlds. I mean, no way am I saying they're win. Oh, okay, good, Beth. I'm glad we're on the same page there. Beth, Construct still best Halo 3 map. You know what I mean? All right. Shit. That's it for the upcoming tournament of the week, presented by noobcomment.com. Check out noobcomment.com for all your Halo esports needs. League, tournament, scrim, all the things. I was looking for a button. I don't need to press a button. I already pressed the button. The recaps of the things, Will. What happened? Sorry.
We'll start off with the SWAT Nation Snipe Nation 2v2 Snipers results. Third place went to Cat Smile EU. This was Marine and I.
Oh, you played this tournament, Will?
No.
Got him.
Second went to A6L. This was Lure and Acid. And first went to Cat Smile NA, which was Young Guns and Avinity. Next up, the Women of Halo and Dark Inside Phase major qualifier results. So 4 teams have qualified to play in a tournament in September to earn some funding for HCS Charlotte. And here are your teams. First up, Grinders, which includes Cranberry, Pink Sakura, Janelle, and Miss Audie. Team Nuisance, Gun Goddess, Ashlyn Bot, Fortune Cookie, and Miss Jade. Las Pegrolosas, I hope I got that. It's Kath, Airborne Vanessa, Vlessy, and Melodic. And then Snack Size Spartans. Adita, Okino, Elusive, and J9ers. What? It looks like you got something, Josh.
No, I will. It's nothing against what you just read. This is something entirely different. And I'll do the do when we're done with these. Go ahead.
Gotcha. Yeah, but excited for the final coming up here, and can't wait to see who gets that W. Haley in chat, Dayquil of Dark Inside said so many teams. How many teams signed up for this tournament? And while we're waiting here, I'll just read the Pro League match results that happened just earlier today. Envy 4-0ing Omit. Septify subbed in place of Mortally on Omit, as we talked about earlier. So eight full teams. Awesome. Josh, you have some news?
Yeah. We're going to go back to, I'm just going to press the button. We're going to go back to Rostermania just for a fucking split second. Will, Believe the Hype is no more. So, or at least the team known as Believe the Hype is no more. So Gunplexion put out a tweet and said, team of 2 with little gators need an org to represent. No more fishy fake shit. Maybe people will learn how to stick to a team in the next Halo.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that happened.
Sirion went with Lies Infantry.
Sounds good.
John said, did someone actually post about it? APG mentioned it this morning, but didn't go into super detail.
Just the tweet from Gunny. That's all that I'm seeing right now is just the tweet from Gunny. And I'll make sure it's in the show notes as well. But yeah, Will.
I don't know if I can blame Sirion because I didn't think the team was going to stick together after SLC. Like, I didn't know if Believe the Hype was funding for Charlotte.
Sure.
I didn't know. I think it was kind of up in the air. So if it's a better deal, sure. If it's not, what are you doing? If it's people you want to play with, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we know how the AM scene goes, right?
Yeah.
This is kind of commonplace. It's kind of to be expected at this point.
And see, like, I'll take this this way as well. Like, that, I think this sucks too, because my big thing is a lot of it can come down to chemistry, right? It doesn't matter if you have 4 of the best shooters on a team. If you're not gelling and you're not working together, considering how heavily team-based this game is, you're not going to perform well. Like, you're not going to get the results that you want. So I looked at that Believe the Hype team, and in the back of my head was always, like you said, well, with an AM squad, you never know, right? You never know if they're going to stick together. It always happens after every fucking LAN. Teams blow up and then reform and then get potentially even in worse placing, whatever it is, whatever. But with this Believe the Hype roster, regardless if Believe the Hype would be financially supporting for Charlotte, I was hoping they were going to stick together so long as like chemistry was there. Clearly it doesn't sound like it was, but if chemistry was there, I wanted them to stick together because they were so close, and they got way closer than I thought they were going to.
Yeah. Yes, Riz. They missed pools by 1 game. They lost game 5.
Yes. Now they got obliterated in that game 5.
They did.
Yes. I think it was like 50-20 or something like that. But at the same time, yes, they were 1 game away from, and I genuinely like fucking poo-poo on me because I didn't think they were going to get that close at all, to be honest with you.
Same.
So huge ups to them. That's fucking awesome. And to be that close to making it to pools, I'm like, if chemistry is there, because that's what a lot of this relies on as well, but if chemistry is there, I would have loved to see them stick together, because then usually, as long as you're able to put the work in, the only way to go is up. And you'd have every opportunity to qualify for pool play at Charlotte. And then depending upon how that goes, maybe somehow, some way you qualify for Worlds. I know that's like a pie in the sky thing, but there's always that opportunity. But now that's not going to happen. So, yeah. Good luck to Gunny and Gators, depending upon what duo, or if they are able to get a duo, and see what happens there. Because if anything, like, I would look at this, I know we only have 2 events left, so there's probably not a lot of opportunities out there, Will. But looking at this team, where they came from and what little practice they had leading up to this event, being 1 game away for qualifying for pools, if I was an organization out there, I'm not talking big, but like if I were an organization out there that kind of wanted to get our name out there too, I'd look at them as a potential opportunity. So again, like, I know people, to take this another direction as well, I know people are going to say, oh, like, because of Gunny on the roster and all that shit. At the end of the day, him and Gators are a duo, looking for another duo or looking for 2 other players in an organization to represent them in Charlotte. They clearly want to go further than what they did with Believe the Hype. Whether or not Sirion is actually on Lies, but sounds like that Believe the Hype roster is no more. So, best of luck to the players. And with that, Will, back to the Scrim Tournament League recaps here. That Pro League match. I know we kind of already talked about it, but yeah, omit. 2 observations I made, Will. 2 observations I made during this Pro League match. 1, there were instances where Omit was making some really good plays. Okay? This is another classic situation, Will, where a team will make a good play. They're not able to really capitalize on it. Setups broken too easily, whatever it is. But there were glimpses. There were glimpses of really good plays that were happening. Good for them on that. Hopefully they can build upon that, right? The other observation that I made is that Camo's too fucking long. So yeah, I know that there's some players out there that like it. I mean, fucking Active was screaming about how much he loved it during the Pro League match, but I can't. That extra 15 seconds is just unfucking believable. So, and Will, I'm curious your thoughts, because you played, if you want to talk about now or if you want to talk about Will's adventures, but you got in some 8 series. I'm curious your thoughts on the Camo update.
It's one of those things where at a high level, Camo rarely goes uncontested.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like a lot of the times that Camo gets burned pretty quickly. So if you do get away with it and have that extra time, it kind of feels like the amount of resources you have to put towards camo to get away with camo, you get the benefit of the extra time now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it is crazy that sometimes camo can make an impact on multiple death cycles, right?
Yeah.
Like I played earlier today.
Yeah.
Where, I die fighting for camo. I spawn up away from my team. I get soloed out by camo. I spawn again, trying to push with the team, get backed by camo. Like 3 deaths in a Slayer by 1 camo pull, and impact on, damage on my teammates, things like that. So in that sense, yeah, it feels like it's a little too long. Like maybe even because it was 30 seconds, now it's 45. If they wanted to extend it, maybe 40 seconds at the most.
Mm-hmm. I think it's too long, man. I think it's too fucking long. And I think we saw, if you go back and you watch that Pro League match, there were instances where if you're not called out immediately, if you're not called out immediately, we're talking about in pro play, right? If you're not called out immediately and you're not picked off right away, that amount of impact you can make is, I get the idea of wanting to reward the player for making great plays with camo. I do. But at the same time, I felt like when you had camo in its original iteration in Infinite, and I also see the take of the camo times in older Halo titles. Those were older titles. I'm not making that comparison. It's a completely different game. And this isn't to poo-poo on them, but I don't frankly give a shit what the camo time in the other game was, because it worked in that other title, right? The camo time in Infinite, I thought, worked just fine, because the point I was getting at, I think it allowed you to make at least one play. I think the camo in its original iteration in Infinite allowed a player, along with the team or whatever, to make at least one good play. If you're not caught out immediately, there you go. And the thing that I compare it more so to is Overshield, because they didn't buff Overshield with this update. They only buffed camo. So if you popped OS, as long as you didn't get melted right away, I also believe that OS offers you the ability to make at least one good play with it. Definitely be able to contest the kill that you're in, the fight that you're in. Potentially also get a double, maybe a triple, right? Depending upon how weak a player is. But I think an OS affords you at least one clutch play. Where camo, coincidentally, if you weren't spotted immediately, also allowed a player to make at least one good play. Now, with the addition of 15 second on the fucking timer, if you're not caught out immediately, like you said, what happened to you in that match-made game, I think it affords a player too much opportunity. And I understand it's a power equipment. You're supposed to feel powerful on the map. I get that. But we had sniper ammo reduced. Rockets are not 4, rockets are 2. OS doesn't last as long as it does in previous games. And if you don't get beamed, you have the opportunity to make a good play. Camo used to be that way as well, and now camo just feels far and away better than anything else on the map. And so again, we haven't seen it in a LAN environment, but we only have 2 left anyway. I just look at this as a situation where I think they just steered a little too, I think they went a little too off course with this, personally.
I agree. And the original feedback was camo's too easy to see.
Yeah.
We want that changed. And their answer was to make it longer because they felt that was the right thing to do. But yeah, it feels really off. It's way too long of a timer. I personally would like camo to be harder to see. I feel like everyone can see it now and just beam you. If you got good monitor. Apparently, I don't have camo eyes anymore. I'm old. I'm chalked. But
we're all chalked, Will.
But yeah, it's too much. It was an overcorrection.
Yeah. So I'm very curious. It feels so weird to me that they would make such a drastic change to something with only 2 events left. 2 official events left is what I should say. It's just 15 seconds is a long fucking time in that game. And the other thing that I keep in the back of my mind, Will, is like camo's on a fixed timer, right? Like when the camo's picked up, it's on a fixed timer. That added 15 seconds, if you're not spotted immediately, could only help you leading up to when the next camo spawns.
Sure.
It's just, again, it's 15 fucking seconds. It's 50% longer than what it used to be. That's bonkers. Like I understand. I don't respect it. I should say this. I don't respect the reasoning. I understand the reasoning as to why they did this. Because they said on the stage that they wanted the ability for a player to make, they want the player to be rewarded for making good plays with camo. I understand it. I don't respect that. Like, they already were. A player was already rewarded by making a good play with camo because it already lasted a long time in and of itself. And now you're just compounding that. So yeah. So that's my fucking thought on it. Regular news. Cannon fodder, Falcon Fiction Flight. Okay, by Halo Studios. Go check that article out. I'm not going to read through it for you, but you can if you so choose. That's it for the regular news. Connor Games Watch. Will, I didn't include this because, wow. But I do just have one line I wanted to read here. For those who don't know, Will and I have been around for a while, okay? And we've seen a lot. Players have seen a lot and experienced a lot, right? But this is caught another Games Watch. The one thing I wanted to point out, for those who don't know, verbal agreements are just that. Verbal. Nothing's final until pen meets paper. And if you want to learn more about why we included that in the show, just go look up the Mutineers Twitter account.
Mutineers, or was it the Heretics?
The Heretics, sorry, the Heretics, yes. Go look up the Heretics Twitter account. You'll learn all about it. You'll learn all about it. Talk about a tweet that should have stayed in the drafts, Will. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To me, it made the org seem very minor league. I'll say that.
Yeah. Like, I think the comparison I made, what's up, Tiger Tom? Welcome back. I think the comparison that I made was this genuinely feels like a Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones Cowboy situation right now.
Oh, yeah.
Where Jerry's like, but he said in a private meeting with me that this is what we were going to do, and now he doesn't want to do it. He wants me to talk to his agent. Meh. Like, Jerry, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, did he sign a piece of paper? No, then shut the fuck up. God. That's it for Condo the Games Watch. It's time for Will's Adventures with the Nailovers. Other games, too. Dumpy just reminded me that I need to add a game. But Will, what did you play over the last week?
Just some Infinite. Go figure. It's what I always play. I put a note on here, internet issues. So that 8 series you mentioned, the whole series spiking ping between 100 to 200, sometimes up to 400. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough out there. And internet issues have continued. Tried to going into a custom game, having spikes. Don't know if it's Halo itself, because it doesn't feel like that on any other application or game. I shouldn't say other games, because I'm trying any other games, but any other application on the PC, there's no lag or anything crazy going on. You know, all the other devices are fine, but get on Halo and ping spikes. Reset everything, right? The box, the router, unplugged Ethernets, plugged them back in. It seemed okay for a little bit today, but that's kind of where I'm at with gaming right now. Is internet might be acting up. So,
or like Ronan said, it could just be Halo being a fucking shitter.
It could be. It's always a possibility.
I was gonna say I had some weird ping spike games as well. That kind of felt like they came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's so bad that even when it says like I'm on 18 ping, yes, Ronan, I did go outside. I mowed the lawn. Thank you.
No, that's why you tell Ronan, hey, aren't you just fucking stuck in the doubles playlist, you bitch? Go ahead, Will.
Where was I going? It'll say I'm on 18 ping, but it'll do the thing where like you spawn in and it like double reloads the gun.
Oh, yeah.
Or there was even times where I spawn in and my death counter is still on my screen with the 3 on the timer as I'm moving around.
God, dude.
So yeah, Infinite's being real fucky.
Well, you know what? Something we always say when an update releases. Something
always breaks.
Something always breaks.
Apparently, it's the Texas servers.
Infinite releases an update, the Texas servers just burn to the ground.
I guess so.
Holy shit. I mean, those are the ones that I'm pinging as well, because that's the Midwest server, right?
Well, there's...
Or the Central server is what I should say. The Central server.
You're probably pinging Chicago.
Oh, yeah. I forgot they had a Chicago server.
There's a North Texas server, and then there's a Dallas server. Usually ping the Dallas server here. So...
Oh, the game's just fucky. Well, goddamn.
Ronan, all the internet went to Battlefield. Maybe it did.
Hey, it was a good time though.
I bet.
Tell you what. I also played some Halo Infinite. I was playing some Firefight. Just completed the weekly stuff. So just getting some tiers done in the pass, because this is the 50 tier battle pass, not the 20. So need to have some work to do because they fucking refresh these things every month now, apparently. Also played some MTG Arena, just fucking around, just crafting some decks and shit, having a good time there.
Do they have Commander in MTG Arena?
No.
Okay.
They have what is called Brawl, which is their kind of like fucky take on it there. But, Will, what you can do is there is an application, or there's a website called Spelltable, which allows you, like, you use the actual cards, but like you can use your phone or you can use a webcam, and basically it allows you to play Commander games over the internet.
Right. I was just looking for an option where I don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on cards.
Oh, I mean, you'd have to spend money on cards in Arena though.
You do?
Oh yeah, it's not free.
Fucking uninstall that shit then.
The game is free to play. And like you can play bot matches and stuff, and you can get like starter cards and everything, but like,
so you have to pay for your electronic cards as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But Will, the cool part is if you buy the physical decks, not necessarily Commander, but if you buy like physical, like standard decks and whatnot at your local game store, it typically comes with a code in the box to get that deck in Arena. And then like Riz says, they give you a bunch of free decks. Like a bunch of free, like very basic decks in Arena. So yeah.
Not worth.
Another game I played is because Anamanaguchi, they released a new album on Friday last week. They're primarily known as a chiptune band. Their new album's more rock-based, but that's besides the point. They did the sound, like I've been just binging their catalog because I've been a big fan of them for a long time. And they did the soundtrack for Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game. And I just had a fucking hankering to play that game again. So got on the Steam Deck and was playing that a little bit, and it's still great. It's a side-scroller beat 'em up for those who don't know. And then finally, the big one is so Battlefield 6. The open beta weekend number 1 took place just this last weekend. The second open beta weekend is taking place this coming weekend, as a matter of fact. And again, for the folks that may be confused as well, you do not need a code in order to play this coming weekend. It is going to be open and available for everybody on all the platforms. So if you wanted to get in, you can get in. There may be a queue, but the queue goes very fast. So there's that. So if you want to play this weekend, open beta weekend, available for everybody, all the platforms that the game will release on, check it out. But yeah, Battlefield 6. Ronan says all the big streamers that got paid to play the beta say it's great. As somebody who is not paid to play the beta, I will also say that it is great. Now, Beth, I saw you say it as well, that you were not a fan after playing a couple games, and I respect that. But for those who are looking for that Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 experience, this is basically that. So if you had an unbelievable time with those games like I did, particularly 3, like I spent an ungodly amount of time in Battlefield 3, then Battlefield 6 is literally going to be perfect for you. It feels like if they made Battlefield 3 in 2025 with all of those like modernizations and everything as well. It's awesome. It's fucking awesome. Yes, Will, there were games that I was getting dumpstered on. But I think the big thing for me, the big differentiator for me is like, even when I was getting shit on, I was still, believe it or not, I was having fun. There was always, in a Battlefield game, at least in Battlefield 6 and then Battlefield 3 and whatnot, there was always that opportunity to have that kind of pop-off moment. There was always that opportunity to be a good teammate. Whether or not you wanted to switch classes to try to take down the fucking vehicles that were around with rockets and everything, or be the one that was repairing vehicles for your team, or be the one that's reviving teammates, providing support for your teammates. There's always an opportunity to be doing something and being productive on the map, even if you're not outslaying everyone.
And just give me the AED revive charge pads, and I'll just run around. I don't need a gun. Just let me run around with those.
And guess what, Will? You can do exactly that. Literally, Riz and I were doing exactly that.
Yeah.
Yep. You can hold out your defib and just go. And the other thing, Will, the cool thing is that they do the same fucking thing you were able to do in previous games. You can have your defib out. Not only can you revive your friends, you can kill your enemies.
That's great.
Yep. I saw a guy fucking round and around a fucking corner charging at me with his fucking defib out ready to go. And I'm like, not today, motherfucker. It's like, it's so stupid, but it's those fucking Battlefield moments that really separate that game from the rest of like the typical first person shooters that are out there. And yes, the vehicles are still crazy. Like the explosions are amazing and insane. The maps are really like cool to look at and provide a lot of vantage points and a lot of alleys and so many different ways that you can fight around the map. And yeah, I just think it really, I know that this term or this phrase feels overly used, but Battlefield 6 truly does feel like a return to form for the series. It really does. I did not play a shit ton of 4 like I did 3. I didn't play a lot of 1. I played a little bit of 1, not a lot at all. I didn't play any 2042. But I played a fuck ton of Battlefield 3. I played a fuck ton of Bad Company 2. I played a fuck ton of 1943, the fucking Xbox Live Arcade game. Battlefield 6, it's fucking awesome. Like Will, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, there was never a moment, there was never a thought in my mind that I am thinking, oh, this is a day one purchase. Never a singular thought of that came into my mind at all. But when I played that beta, Will, that thought was there. It transported me back. It literally transported me back to playing Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3 and just dumping hours into it. It feels really fucking good. So, Will, I hope you hop on for a little bit this weekend to give it a shot yourself. And then to anybody in the chat as well, or any listeners out there, again, open beta weekend, completely free, no code needed. You download it on your platform of choice. Fucking hit the ground running, have some fun. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. But if you really just dug those Battlefields of the past, this really fucking feels like that again. Have a great night, Tiger Tom. Thanks for stopping by. And Ronan said he's playing this weekend if anyone wants to squad up, so do it up. Do it the fuck up. Will, have you dibble dabbled in any of the Battlefields at all?
I believe I played the 2042 beta.
Okay.
Didn't particularly enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned 1943. That sounded familiar.
Yeah, I believe that one. If it's, I don't think it's 1942. I think it's 1943. It's it was the Xbox Live Arcade game that was very like stripped back Battlefield experience. But I don't know. I had just a fuck ton of fun on that, to be honest.
Yeah. Was there only one map?
I think there were a few.
Okay.
Like I said, there was very stripped back, so it wasn't nearly as a quote unquote complete experience as a traditional Battlefield was.
Gotcha. But yeah, I haven't played a ton of Battlefield.
Are you going to be giving this a shot?
I think so.
Okay.
I just I've never been in my short time with Battlefield, I've never been good at Battlefield. So yeah, like that kind of like, am I going to enjoy it? I don't know. We'll see. But I think I at least got to give it a shot, right?
I think you do.
I was already planning on maybe the beta. I don't know if it's going to be a day one purchase for me. Maybe that'll change, like you said, when you played the beta. Maybe it'll be a ton of fun.
It just, like I said, it kind of hit different. It's one of those instances where, like, I am a huge fan of Avowed, and I know Avowed didn't like hit for people like it did for me, but Avowed released at the perfect time for me personally. It released at that time that I was looking for that Elder Scrolls type experience when an Elder Scrolls game wasn't available, or like a new one. Where I think Battlefield, this all is going to make sense, I promise. With Battlefield 6 for me, I think it's another one of those instances where Halo, like, it's always one of those things that I'll go back to, but COD doesn't hit the same anymore. Halo, doesn't hit the same anymore. And if I'm looking for that like first person shooter fix, this Battlefield might be it. It might be releasing at that perfect time for me personally.
Sure.
So Just your average Halo guy says you don't have to be good as long as you revive to resupply the good players. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to be the one that's putting out the most damage or putting out the most kills. Like, there's always an opportunity to be a good teammate on the map. It's fucking awesome. Dumpy says, what level did you get to? 7 or 8? I didn't put a ton of time into it. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I think like 7 or 8 in the beta in the first weekend. I had a great fucking time. Played 2 of the modes. I don't think I played Onslaught with the boys, but I played Conquest and Domination. Where Domination Will is like, what's up, Sin? Welcome back. Will, Domination being like that Call of Duty mode. Like, it is genuinely the Call of Duty mode. They take one of the giant maps, they strip it down. They heavily condense it into a specific area of what that giant map is. You have the ABC, go between the 3, getting points, getting kills, all that fun stuff. It is literally like what Call of Duty Domination is, but this time in Battlefield. If you want that kind of more close quarter combat, that'd be for you. Conquest being the big 5, 6, 7 points available to capture, vehicle warfare all over the place, the fucking jets, the tanks, everything. And yeah, it's awesome. Acclaim says Shroud is insane to watch in Battlefield 6. I was watching a lot of streams, like a lot of really good players playing that game. So Ronan, Jesus Christ. Oh man. Yeah. Shout out 1943. Battlefield 1943 was special. That's a special game. All right. Will.
Yeah.
It's time for some shout outs. Almost missed the fucking button.
Ooh.
God damn. Happy belated birthday to Ice Kid, as a matter of fact, and APG. Happy belated birthday to you too. Happy birthday today, as a matter of fact, to Collect. So happy birthday to you, sir. Hope it's a good one. Shout out to everyone who joined in the 8s. Will, you were one of those participants in the 8s.
Yeah.
So let me ask you right here, because I believe now you've had a little bit more time to acclimate to it. Did you guys play Lattice in 8s?
It's pretty much in every series right now. Weighting is pretty high. Okay. On the spreadsheet.
How are thoughts now? Almost a week through. What do you got on Lattice?
I'm still feeling iffy about it.
Okay. How so? Give me the rundown.
I think my issue is the spawns.
Okay.
I've spawned staring at people. I've spawned in with people staring at me, right?
Not good.
No. It flows differently than what I'm used to in an infinite map. And that might be on me, right?
Sure.
Not adapting. I don't know. I think I just need more time with it still, or I don't know. It's just iffy. It's iffy to me right now.
I'm curious your thoughts on this. So I'll be the first to admit, I have not had time to dive into the map and all that stuff. Been playing other things, been busy with life, whatever. But my first observation of watching Lucid play the map and watching some streams of the map being played was that it feels as though, again, from the outside looking in when I'm watching the map being played, that there are a lot of viewing angles, a lot of ways that you can be kind of scoped out around the map. Do you feel that similarly or no after playing it?
Yeah. If you can trap a team spawning red side, there's only a few ways they can get out of that base. I mean, same with A side, but I feel like there's a little bit more coverage on A.
Okay.
Or blue side. It really does come down to kind of, I would say, old school Halo. Getting height, watching those spawn angles, and just putting down damage. And you can trap a team.
Do you feel as though there's enough power on the map? Do you feel there's too much power on the map?
There is the QT and there's the sniper.
Okay.
2 vestige carbines, I believe. I was told that. I only know where one spawns right now.
Does the QT change based off the game type that is being played? Or is it's always QT?
No, it's always QT.
Got it. Okay.
So that's something that could help a push on that map, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turn that into 45-second camo or overshield. The carbine then, repulsor is under QT. That's right, Ronan. The carbine would be your counter to overshield with being able to shred shields, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing I guess I worry about is it adding a power up, it getting way too steamrolly in one side. If it doesn't go into the hands of the team that's trying to make the push, right?
Yeah. And then what modes have you played on it so far? Or have you played all of them?
I've played all of them. My favorite on it is Stronghold, followed by King of the Hill, and then Oddball is my least favorite.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very, very curious how this is going to go from an Oddball standpoint. Is one of the things that we've been clamoring for is a new Oddball map, and then they take out Streets. So,
yep. What I've seen from Oddball is a team holds it, like I said, in one of the bases,
okay,
red or blue, and you just pick them off as they try to cross the map. You do have a lot of angles. There's not really a sneaky way to get into the base.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my other questions too, because with Streets specifically, right? You'd have great ways to rotate from A to C, or from C to B, whatever you want to do. You'd have as long as you're able to shut down a side of the map, you're able to easily move things back and forth. But with how open the map looks for Lattice, again, I haven't played, but for how open that map looks, I'm yeah, that was my worry is what you're talking about. It feels like you just picked off so easily.
Yeah. Beth makes a good point about King of the Hill. One of the hills is on the snipe bridge.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I believe, is that the 4th or 5th hill? So if a team's up, if it's the 4th hill, if a team's up 2-1, they just sit and play time. And it's too open. There's no coverage. It's really hard to get a little time and survive there.
I think you're right about it being the 4th or the 5th hill, because I think the one after that spawns out in that you guys are talking about an ice area or something.
Yeah, that's actually, I think, the first hill.
Oh, is it? Okay, so then maybe it is the last in the rotation is the one that's on the bridge.
Yeah.
Okay. Just blamed. He already blamed himself for the out of bounds shit, so
he did.
Can't dog on him too much. Beth says the cock and testicle hill is the first hill. Thanks, Beth.
Is that because of the thing coming out of the ice?
Oh my God. These call-outs are going to be great. Is that cock and balls?
Great comms, guys. Great comms.
Is that fat cock? Sick.
Alrighty then.
Oh my God. All right. Maybe I'll have to get an 8 series and play as well with you guys. Ronan, one shot on the cock. He's coming? All right.
Is PD here?
He was earlier.
He was.
Yeah.
He stopped by. I saw him.
He thinks Cloud9's making it to grand finals at Worlds.
Well, sure.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. Airborne Cub, thank you so much for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Then shout out to everyone who's a patron at the semi-pro and higher tiers. That includes Iro Boats, Shio, Blackout Diode, Pancakes, Voodoo Man, Rasta Monkey Jr. Not Roster Monkey Snagoo. It's Rasta Monkey Jr.
Did Rasta and Snag just combine into one there?
Rosgoo.
Ragu.
Yeah, Ragu. That's spaghetti last night. All right. Rasta Monkey Jr. Snagoo. Raider, Hater, Peanut, One Swole, Daddy Phantom. Rizard, High Tech, Redneck, Goalie Sniper, Heavy Rainfall, and Elaine Arboard. Thanks so much for the extra support over on the Patreon. And Will, I downloaded it today. For the patrons out there, for those at the pro or higher tiers, Pro Talk Players for July will be uploaded tonight. So yeah, I apologize. I didn't get that uploaded today. My apologies, Will. But it will be uploaded today.
And for those who are going to watch it, you can hear my brother rage on Fortnite.
Hey, nothing sounds like more fun than hearing your brother rage at Fortnite. All right. Community creations, Halo memes every day. Reddit.com/r/Halo memes. Go check it out. Our HCS Salt Lake City 2025 experience, Mythic Talks, episode 25 by Mythic Gaming. Go check that out. And huge changes for Halo and HCS Salt Lake City recap, The Drop Pod by Optic. Go watch that as well if you haven't already. And Will, I made the really dumb decision to not have something to drink next to me. So, frankly, I'm kind of excited that we're at the tail end here. So, Will, if you would do me a favor and plug the fucking show.
As Josh just mentioned, we do have a Patreon where we do a little extra content. If you're interested, go check it out. Patreon.com/HCS Pro Talk. Extra audio show, video show, Q&As, things like that. Go check it out. And as always, you can find us on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. We're on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, and others like Josh's favorite.
Pocket Cast, not Ned.
Not an ad. We do have a link tree with anywhere you need to be for HCS Pro Talk. It includes our Discord, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and the merch. Linktree/HCS Pro Talk will send you where you need to be. And if you go to hcsprotalk.com, it actually sends you to haloevolve.co.
You're home for Halo.
A while ago, we partnered with the fine folks over at Podcast Evolve. Make sure to check out their shows while you're there, such as Podcast Evolve, Mission Debrief, Halo TV Plus, Book Club, Build Up Blocks, Halo Headlines, Halo Gear Guide. And if you didn't know, we did a collab with them a long time ago called Halo Map Legends, where we talked about the multiplayer maps.
It was a cool series.
And the lore behind them. So those are all out there on the Podcast Evolve YouTube channel. Go check them out.
Check it out.
And that's all I have, Josh.
Thank you, Will. I'm going to get something to drink. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for episode 402 of HCS Pro Talk. We'll be back next week to talk about more Pro League recap matches. More Pro League match recaps is what I should say. The Open Series finally fucking returns this weekend, so we'll have some online competition to talk about there as well. Will, for those who don't know, the teams that auto-qualified for pools at SLC do not need to play in the Opens. Or I should say Charlotte.
Top four.
Yes. Yes. Those who qualified, the top four that qualified from SLC to Charlotte do not need to compete in these Opens. But they can if they want to, because that's why they're called Opens. I don't want to fucking see something on Reddit be like, oh, that players not giving the opportunity to the other fucking teams, Will. What are you doing? They can compete if they fucking want. You know what? You should be happy if they compete because it provides more practice to them. So, hell yeah. We'll be back next week. I'm thirsty. But until then, bye-bye!